We're in the second half of the year. It's 2nd of June. This is your crypto news. Let's dive into it. Let's see what's happening with pricing and any opportunities right now in the markets. So first up, Bitcoin had its highest monthly close. So even though it's dropped down from its all-time high, this was its highest monthly closing price. Next bit of news from CZ's Binance. He's talking about having a dark pool perp dex. So you may have seen that James Wynn, the massive gambler that was just having a whole lot of fun with 40x leverage, billion-dollar position, that kind of jazz. He crazily lost all his money, ran up to like 87 million, and then it's gone. Now he may have somewhere else, or he may be hedging, but who knows? But one thing that you want to see, and I'm hoping that Fogo Chain does this, is having dark pools, so you can't actually see who the position is created by. That way, people will not be aiming to liquidate you. That's a better system. This is not really used in many places yet, but it's used in traditional finance. Now, one thing that's putting a small amount of uncertainty into the markets, and we may see this with traditional markets when markets open, is Trump says if the court rules against him on tariffs, that would allow other countries to hold our nation hostage. The biggest thing here is there most likely should be some sort of small tariff. You just shouldn't be going on guns blazing with 150% tariffs. Having a quick look here, ETH, it was up a little recently, Sol's up 1%, but in general, markets have definitely been hit harder than Bitcoin, just the way that markets kind of go. Fair and greed is at 64, so we're still in a greedy position, but we're starting to come on down from the 70s, and I don't think we're going to come down before we go up again. That's my expectation. Nothing's financial advice. Now, in terms of Solana itself, it has not been doing perfectly well due to the fact that like the meme coin casino, the trenches is hard, people getting wrecked. It's just scam. That is not Solana doing that. That's the fact that it's a permissionless network and people come in and make it easier. So people try and build solutions like Meteor with the Alpha Vault. Sometimes they get adoption. Sometimes the casino doesn't want that. So we have been falling, and per Masari, it's just specifically because, more so because meme coin stuff has just kind of reduced. More narratives need to shape out on Solana for it to be pushed up again. Michael Pizzino mentioned that this is a news cycle low for altcoins. Having a look here, the total market cap, including the top 10 dominants. So this is the current low point. However, Roll Paul says that an altcoin season is certainly coming, and I believe on Roll Paul. It's just it's a alignment issue. Right now, this is not the time. We're hoping kind of June 18, we get some more clarity from the FOMC meeting, things start to pop off, but we're probably still a few months away. So this is certainly a time to still have some fun. Popkins Mint here from Sui. You still have a little bit of time, but get amongst it now. 30 hours remaining from the time of recording this video. I was expecting this to go 100 to 200,000. That's still certainly possible. Like the people that are calling for this to bring back NFT season, that's not going to happen. NFT season, it didn't work. Very few survived, but these guys not only should survive, they should probably climb pretty well. It's just all about rewarding the right people. If a token comes out relatively soon, if they have massive revenue, if the brand starts to get recognized in Web 2 and with kids and whatnot, and that is all happening. So I'm going to be trying to get at least 10 of these. The thing is, you can watch this number here and you can work out your kind of odds of it doing well based on the amount of money that goes in and the number of packs. So if it goes up to 100, then it's like 1 in 4 is going to get one. Not quite that, a little bit less, a little bit more, I think. But if it goes up to 200, 1 in 8. So then you can work out how many do I have to go in to try and win something. Plus there's, bonuses just for trying to get as many pity points and stuff like that. But that's a little bit riskier. So this is still on. Keep it in mind. Now, there's a vote that happened with Metaplex. I didn't cover it because it's just not a massive thing that people would hold, the Metaplex token. But it was defeated. It was defeated by a couple of whales. It was a good idea, but it was defeated. And it was just about using this 50,000 Sol, which is like extra rent from NFTs for different things that like elevate the Solana ecosystem, grants and stuff like that. Now, it wasn't a perfect proposal, but it was defeated, and it was defeated mostly by whales. Tolly says it's a second to least worst way. Like voting in general is just like, they just don't work, to be perfectly honest. Futagi would be the least worst. So that's the key point. Just keep your eyes on Futagi. It's the future. It just takes some time. The first proposal of Futagi 01 has been approved with Flash Trade, and this was to distribute 50% of revenue to of flash trade to FAF stakers. So push the price up a little bit, which is good to see. The Laudio stuff I never covered because I wasn't going to make it there. Plus, I just thought it was just going to be this kind of system. Allocation dump here. At one stage, it was traded on the pre-market for something like, well, Fabiano said 670 million FTV. I don't know if that was incorrect or not, but whatever. But this is probably what it's going to be. All it really illustrates is that Kaito is something we cannot fade. We'll have to ignore this first wick, which went up to like over 100 million, and it came down here. It did earn some good fees, people that were DLMing it, but they chose to do it on a weekend, which is unusual. And they obviously had some help from Meteor and Jupiter and Moonshot and whatnot, so that's all very good. But now what's happened? I still believe that all these sort of things, they need to be smart enough to actually go ahead and create a product and then tell people about the product and why a token exists, as opposed to just be like, we've got a token now, speculate, YOLO, good luck. Now, Tom has said the biggest week on Bonk Fund since launch is nearly upon us. Massive structural changes to rewards and how people can make money with it because they're losing massive market share to Pump Fund again. They claim some and they've lost it. It's too small a team. The network effects are not there. There are the right people for the job, I think. And you definitely need to reward the creators. That's a key thing. I know they're working on things that will allow you to CTO things. So unsure how that's working, but if someone launches something, they basically rug it. They don't do anything. They don't have some money to put into Twitter or run socials or whatever. CTO it, they can claim the creator fees. That will be a game changer. Pump.fun won't do that for some time. Now, last week, the markets kind of tanked because Bitcoin was at this level. It could bounce off, and alts, if it didn't want to go through, it wasn't looking good. So everything that we had kind of conviction on, Fartcoin, Bonk and whatnot, they all corrected. The whole market corrected. Nothing insane, still within a range, but like stop losses would have been hit. Now Cold-Blooded Chiller, who I haven't mentioned these kind of people in a while, and he's saying this is probably a good time to potentially get some bonk. It's not financial advice, of course, but the risk to reward is worth it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our own TA, and we'll put this out on Telegram and Twitter. So just make sure you subscribe on Telegram and follow me on Twitter. I do feel it's not a good time to go and leverage bonk, but to buy a bag, you can buy a bag, sell a bag. You need to range trade bonk in addition to having your moon bag in case it goes to $20-30 billion market cap. But in general, yeah, this could be the point where we bounce off. The other option we can do is we can set with USDC a DLMM to buy this dip. There are some other people that are talking about some other coins, so let's discuss some of these and their opportunities. So Connor's a random in the world. So Connor, I've seen quite a few people do this, which is why I'm talking about it. They're talking about GP, which is all tied into Bonk.fund. So if Bonk.fund starts to do well and starts to claw back that market share, you can see that at Jupiter's in the trenches, then it should lift up. You can see that, in April, it was 2.5. It had been there for quite some time, and then it bounced up. So this was certainly overvalued because it's a buy and burn mechanism, but what else is it? Like, I just don't know. However, right now, even just, we could probably take this a little bit lower, sorry. Right now, it's not even holding the 0.786 fib. But if it works out for Bonk.fund this week, if things start to ship and if we start to see improvements being made with a number of launches and better launches going over, this will start to go up, and then it could be a very good idea to range trade it. But we need more information now, but it'll take a little bit of time to kind of paint the picture. I also want to show you this. What we might do, let me know in the comments below if you think this is a good idea or if you're not interested, is a live stream where you just ask questions with all your tokens, and we plug it into Kaito, because Kaito is clearly the market leader here. Laudio cookies have copied it. This is $10,000 a year for the subscription, and I'm not using it enough. But this one has been popping up, and the engagement has been, I've mostly just been seeing it through this guy, Crypto Jamie, who I don't really follow, but I've seen it recently. It's just been popping up. Kita. And there'll be other tokens like this where we can see stuff coming out of them. It's popped up, and the price of it has just been doing better and better and better. It's like a layer one. The token's on base chain. It's backed by someone from Google. I don't really know how good it is, because I'm all kind of really invested in, well, mentally invested, not actually invested in Fogo chain, but it's getting attention. It's getting a huge amount of attention. And like the tech doesn't even look that amazing. It looks like what Solana kind of launched with, only more TPS. But at the end of the day, if these things go up, and this has gone up in the last few weeks, it's like doubled, then we can check that on Kaito. So let me know if you want to do that live stream. Infinex portfolio view is now here. We've rolled out a unified way, so check this out. It looks really, really clean. And with Infinex, I want to point out a couple things. One, if you have a patron NFT, then join the group. I haven't done it. I thought it just did it automatically, so I've only just done this today. I have some patrons, very bullish on this, of course. So you do this in your Infinex settings and social. If you do not have that patron NFT, then you can't do it. The next thing is play bull run. Open your packs, choose your hand. If you know what you're doing, whatever, I'll go random. I'll go random. Just YOLO. I mean, USDC shouldn't be in there. Fine. And switch. This is where like you can switch. You can just go and buy this KTA, Kita token, which I don't know much about, but these sort of things make it faster and easier. Not every token exists on here and does like a bridge and a swap, but we can literally, I don't have much in the way of this, but I can literally take $1.13 on Solana and go and switch. Well, I'd have to sign the transaction and it's blocked, but with my 1Password. But that's how good it is. It is damn good. That's it for today. Make sure you follow me. There'll be more videos coming out very, very soon, aka tomorrow.